But I really wanted to ask you this, that you met Shikhar Dhawan as well. How was your experience with him?
Because I feel he's very, very grounded. You will not feel uncomfortable being around him. That's very, very important, because he doesn't have that air. And people feel, oh God, I am this, I have done this for you. And I keep wondering, really? And then I compare it with him and,
What changed you, did you go on stage so many times? Did you interacted with a lot of people?
Practiced every skill. I think even mathematics, if you think about it, math is also like that. The more you practice it, the more comfortable and confident you get.
And someone should carry image like, for example, Shah Rukh Khan is related to love and romance, right? Ranveer Singh is related to energy. So should we all find out what our identity is?
So everybody has a personal style, okay? So this is how you need to understand image, that it has a psychological impact on you and the people around you as well.
Hi Radhika, how are you?
Hi, how are you, Abhishek? A very good evening to you. How have you been?
I'm doing great. Seeing you on this podcast, I eagerly wanted to see your journey, how you have been into the childhood and now you're an image consultant, met a lot of celebrities in the journey as well. So I wanted to know everything about you. Start with the basic thing, that how was your childhood and how was your journey from school, then college, and then you have started image consultancy? Why have you chosen this industry? A good brief would be great.
Okay. So, Abhishek, my childhood, if you see, we were a joint family, and of course, we were 9 kids in the family. So, very naughty, we would just interact, play with each other. So, a lot of teamwork actually came from there for me. Besides that, my childhood, I was more of a loner, more of somebody who would be in their own space. So, more of an introvert. And not the confident Radhika that you see today. I was very quiet, very on my own, and maybe a complete introvert. Now I've shifted to being an ambivert. Okay, I love my space. However, I interact globally with clients across the globe, and so it's good. Now there's still a balance that I've striked. Over a period of so many years, there is a great balance. When it comes to my communication skills, image. However, if you relate or go back to my childhood, you cannot put the two together. It will surprise you also as well. Yes.
All right. So let's take an example. There is a kid who is 21, and that person has just completed his maybe BSc degree or any other common degree. Right. Now he wants to become an image consultant and he's not confident at all about this career. What advice would you be giving for him?
So see, image is all about understanding the various aspects of a human being, okay? There is also a lot of psychology that is involved in the same. It's an extensive course of understanding what power your image has on you. And moreover, for me, my journey did not actually start only with image. Before this, I have done my fashion designing from NIFT. I'm a pass out of NIFT. In fact, we had a fashion show in which 3-4 of us topped NIFT, and it was like quite a joyous moment. I was on TV, and that is when I realized that okay, I have some talent and it can add a lot of value to people around me. So I started working for a designer there and then, and that's how that journey from working with the designer to starting my own manufacturing unit in clothing started. And it was a journey for almost 18 years where I was designing, dressing people from all walks of life. And then a few of my clients used to love the way I used to bring their looks together, create a lot of value for them and change their styling game completely. So they said there's a lot of need in the market for a good stylist, somebody who can style people well, understand what they want to portray through what they are dressed as. So that is how I made a shift to image, and then of course soft skills followed. So now I cater to clients mixing all of them. It's like a fine cocktail that I create and work on them, keeping their personal style in mind, understanding where they are and where do they want to be, or what achievement is left and what are the gaps that need to be filled. So that is how I cater to a varied client. My clientele varies from different industries. They are from fashion field, they are even from the corporate world. The corporate arena is what of course I cater to largely. And then coming to grooming, grooming is what I do in a few pageants, about 10 pageants within the country. I'm their grooming expert, and I groom them for confidence, for stage presence, for dress to impress. So this is what I do largely, wearing different hats every day.
Yeah, that's true actually. But were you clear about this? I mean, there are a lot of people who are not clear about their career. Is this my passion or not? So were you clear from the beginning that I should choose NIFT, fashion designing, and then go to image consultant?
So basically fashion came to me naturally, because even as a kid I used to love curating outfits for my siblings, people in the family. They all used to take my advice when it came to understanding colors, putting patterns together, understanding that I do have something in me. So it was an inherent quality in me. However, of course, joining NIFT, I learned the nuances of the same and of course grew from there further. Yes, definitely.
Wonderful. So it means that if a 21-old person wants to start their current career in image consultant, so first they have to maybe take a copy, paper, note or something, and they have to first decide that they have that inherent quality, or are they interested in fashion designing, maybe self-image thing where you play with the mind, you learn about confidence. Are you that person? I mean, once they decide that, then they can start with maybe joining a NIFT course, maybe joining any consultancy where they can learn about image consultancy. Am I correct over here?
So what happens is you have to see your passion, okay? What do you like doing every day? So you can note down a few of the things that you really enjoy or that you want to look at when it comes to your career in future. So if everything that you do you're passionate about every day, I think that is the best amalgamation of bringing together your passion along with your career. If you're passionate about something you do it really well, because you dive deep into it to understand it even further and enjoy it. So it is also, for me, it was also enjoying it thoroughly. That's how I got into it. So I would, I think, suggest the same to them, that figure out where does your passion lie and then choose wisely accordingly.
Yeah, and this one question always comes to my mind, that how to find the passion. Should I try 50 different things to find the passion, or is there any other shortcut as well?
So there is, I feel, according to me, there is no shortcut for growth. Okay, finding your passion, everybody understands with time that what they are passionate about or what they like. They will try maybe one or two things. Like first, I thought of becoming just a designer. Okay, I just wanted to design clothes and do that. I did it for a few span of years. Then I realized, no, I want to switch to becoming an image consultant. And then I realized there's a lot of need in the corporate fields, for a soft skills trainer. So I deep dove into that as well. So I think one keeps learning, growing, depending on what you're enjoying at that particular period of time. But you have to give it enough time. Wait for it. It's not going to happen. It's not a journey. It's a journey. It will not happen overnight. If you expect fruits overnight, it's not going to happen for you like that. Yes.
Yeah, that is true. And I 100% agree with that, because people nowadays looking for quick fix solutions, and I think that will not help them. About confidence, because you are into image consultancy, you're a communication coach as well, and you have seen a lot of people who are underconfidence. So for those people who are from the beginning they are not confident, how image consultancy can help them?
So see, image, what is your image? Image is something you want to showcase about yourself to the world, that this is me. That is what your image comprises of in totality. So your image, like your picture, speaks 1,000 words. Similarly, when you walk into any space, and it happens every day with us, every interaction is very important, every interaction is meaningful. So the kind of impression or impact you want to cast on another, okay, in any setup, it doesn't have to be professionally only. Image consultancy helps you in that. It helps you showcase your best and positive self to the world. What do you want to, when you wake up every morning, you should ask a question to yourself, that what do I want to tell the world about myself today? And then accordingly decide on what to wear or how to curate a look together. Logically, if you think about it also, we're all playing different roles every day. It's like a movie scene. It's not that if you want to showcase a separate kind of image when it comes to your professionality, it will be different. At home, it will be different. So, you're playing different roles every day, logically. So that's how your image keeps switching throughout the day as well. So that is the impact of your image, and it does create a psychological impact on people around you. So that is the importance of your image.
And someone should carry image like, for example, Shah Rukh Khan is related to love and romance, right? Ranveer Singh is related to energy. So should we all find out what our identity is?
So everybody has a personal style, okay? This is their roles that they play every day. Of course, Shah Rukh Khan over a period of time has created a brand for himself or a name for himself more as a romantic hero. People love him in that. So maybe he has more of that, and it's easy for him to showcase that. So it really depends. But when it comes to your image, like you think about it, can a Ranveer Singh actually go on any of his shows or sets dressed for Baji Rao, just wearing track pants, a track shirt on, yet his dialogues, everything are on point, he knows them well, everything is there, he delivers really well. Firstly, will he be able to do justice to the role? Secondly, will his body language also change, keeping what he's worn or donned for that particular set or that particular shoot? So this is how you need to understand image, that it has a psychological impact on you and the people around you as well.
So you're saying that maybe I'm contemplating it in a wrong way. If I dress, if I'm liking any dress, let's say, or maybe I have a lot of dresses and I'm going in a party and wearing those dresses, will I feel confident if I'm comfortable with that dress?
So yes, you will be comfortable in that. However, you need to remember the 5 W's of image. Okay, that is who, what, where, when, and why. Okay, who are you going to meet? Okay, what do you want to tell them about yourself? Where are you going to meet? What time of the day? And why are you going to meet them? If every day you create a look for yourself, keeping all these things in mind, okay, all the 5 W's in mind, you will be able to curate a good look or a good image for yourself, at least for that span of time, okay, or for that meet, whoever you're going to meet. Because see, every day we play different roles, like I already mentioned. If you're going to meet a friend, you will wear something different, right? Your look will be extremely different. When you're going for a professional setup, it will be extremely different compared to a social setup, which will again be very different. So all 3 looks Of course, the person is the same, the roles are different, and the timings are different. So it really depends on what you want to showcase or let the world or the people around who you're going to interact with at that moment of time. What do you want to showcase about yourself to them? That is what image management is all about.
Yeah, basically these 5 Ws, I think it can help in lot of aspects apart from dressing and all. I think it can help everyone in their life if they think about these Ws before going into an event or on a stage as well. Because whenever I teach public speaking, so these Ws, maybe that will help people. So very good choice of Ws, I can say. Now I have a different kind of questions. Let's say, because it's all about the status, I can say, of the world, not even our country. Let's say a person who is wearing torn shirt, very dirty shirt, torn jeans, very dirty jeans, and going in a Starbucks. Now, because we are living in a world where we see or maybe judge a person based on their attire. So how important is dressing well in particular places like Starbucks? Maybe you will wear some casual thing. Maybe in 5-star you might wear a tuxedo if there's a party. So how important is that? Because as per the society, it will definitely, people will judge you. So how is that important?
So yes, there is this experiment that was done on a child, okay, and we definitely use that video a lot of times when it comes to explaining to people about image. This child is basically given torn clothes, okay, her face is very dirty, and she's sent into a extremely good restaurant where she's hanging around with people sitting around, sitting on the tables, and all the people start avoiding her automatically. They do not want to engage in conversation with her, okay. Now the same child, again, her look is changed and she's all dolled up, dressed really well, and she's standing, outside, and people keep wondering that is this child lost, is this somebody's child who's maybe looking for her parents, and they're all concerned. So it is that same person, however the different looks have created that different identity in the minds of people in that few fraction of seconds. Firstly, in the first setup, people start moving away and start holding on to their purses, thinking that, oh God, maybe she ends up stealing something from them. She may be a beggar on the roadside, yeah, because of her entire look. In the second setup, they thought she's somebody from a good family, is looking for parents, so everybody wanted to engage and help her. So that is the psychological impact of your image. It can also make a deal or it can break a deal, especially when it comes to your professional image. So that is the power of your image.
Attire is important because I think it is coming from maybe someone had bad experience with the people who was wearing torn jeans, torn shirt, and maybe the other person might not have that kind of experience with the same person. That's why the psychological difference, other people have different kind of opinions. Yeah, that could be a thing, yes.
Also, people feel that what is in an image, okay. Now if I show you, see, there is so much in an image. If I showcase 2 pictures to you, visually if I ask you to just close your eyes and think of somebody standing on the roadside, okay. One is dressed really well, okay, wearing maybe a crisp shirt, polished shoes, holding a briefcase and a suit jacket. The other person is wearing torn jeans, his hair is all frumpy, undone, and during the times when we didn't have Google Maps, if you had to ask one of them the route, who would you automatically or psychologically think would know the route, and you would stop and ask them? That is the power of your visual image only in your head that I've created right now. You can answer for yourself.
Yeah, the suit one, yeah.
The suit one automatically. That is the power of image. So how you don't know it, it just automatically comes. So if you are kind of judging, I wouldn't say judging, I would say perceiving people according to what they want or don't, wouldn't they be perceiving the same about you? So it is the same, right?
I agree with you. I agree with you. It is same for everyone. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Radhika, about confidence, you have gained a lot of confidence. You were an ambivert in the beginning. What changed you? Did you go on stage so many times? Did you interacted with a lot of people? Or what was the point when you realized that, yeah, I'm a confident person and you're feeling it?
So even when I was in school, I remember I used to always be chosen to, we had this news hour in school. I was in an international school. It's called Mussoorie International School. It's in Mussoorie. I was in a boarding school. And though I was more of a very quiet, meek child, a child who was more of an introvert, lost in her own books and herself. However, whenever there would come a time that you had to be on stage, and especially when it came to communication, my communication was very strong from the beginning. Maybe because I've always been in a boarding school throughout, stayed with international, children from across the globe. That also hugely impacted in the way I communicated. That did help me. However, going on stage and speaking is altogether a different fear. It is very different from interacting with people who are already known to you. Because, the number one killer in the world, or the number one fear in the world, is not death. Death ranks number 2. It is the fear of public speaking. And everybody shudders from it. It's only when you flex your muscles so much and when it becomes a daily part of your being. I have trained, corporates across the globe. Okay, I do executive presence sessions day in, day out. I stand up and address crowds at large, be it in universities, be it corporates, be it my pageant trainings and grooming in different schools. So all that has really helped me gain that confidence to stand up and speak. But the first time, and I can assure you the best of speakers, for the first time when they stood up and spoke, they would definitely, their legs would shiver. There are times that happens to me also. However, if you're really well prepared, and that's what also with my one-on-one clients also, I teach them that develop that, confidence with time it comes. It's not something overnight that's going to happen. It's because I am a trainer, I am a coach, and I do this day in, day out. So that confidence has built within me. Because if you're doing something regularly, so how does fear get created? Basically, fear gets created when there is something in your mind that, okay, this is an unknown territory. How do I tread on this territory? Because it's an unknown zone, so it creates fear. The moment it becomes a regular part of your life, you will make a shift from being fearful to a fearless state, because it's practiced. Every skill, I think even mathematics, if you think about it, math is also like that. The more you practice it, the more comfortable and confident you get. Similarly is any skill. Confidence is also a skill set. It can be developed. So that is where, I'm busting this myth today, because people feel that usually people are innately confident. No, it's a skill set. It can be developed over a period of time. But provided you give it enough time, that is very important, So if you do give it enough time, then yes, there is no looking back. Definitely.
You have wonderfully explained the definition of confidence, to be honest. Because I tell my student as well that whenever you are going on a stage, you will feel nervous. That is something which we have from our maybe childhood, or maybe from genes, maybe coming from the early man stages. So just be there and overcome that nervousness, speak on this stage, and eventually you will be confident after that.
Absolutely.
Talking about some So, sorry to interrupt you, sorry to cut you, but I really wanted to ask you this, that you met Shikhar Dhawan as well. How was your experience with him?
Shikhar Dhawan, okay. So a lot of people ask me this question about Shikhar Dhawan. So my experience with him has been, I would say, par excellence. People have this concept that celebrities and people at large. Firstly, there was a misconception that okay, maybe you'll have to give free services, and whether you'll be respected enough. I think more than anybody, people gloat, and I've seen a lot of people even in the corporate scenario, or even in different industries, varied industries I won't name, where people have said, oh, I have made your image, I have given you this platform. But trust me, when it comes to Shikhar Dhawan, I have never heard or seen him or interacting with him also. I've never felt that he feels that I'm somebody like that. He's very grounded, down to earth, a wonderful human being. And I've known him because I've done umpteen number of sessions for his staff and executive at large, and it's been an excellent journey for me. And till date, whenever I know, if he would just give me a call, I will go, and I'm more than happy to work, because it's a pleasure to work with people like him, because I feel he's very, very grounded. You will not feel uncomfortable being around him. That's very, very important, because he doesn't have that air. And people feel, oh God, I am this, I have done this way, and I keep wondering, really? And then I compare it with him, and I feel, okay, he's so grounded. So yeah, it's a pleasure. I still have more work coming up with him, which of course will be in continuation. So yes, it's been a great journey, and I'm very happy about it. Very grateful and happy about it.
No, he's a great man. I guess I've seen his interview. He has that chivalrous quality all the time. That humility he has. I mean, that's amazing. That's amazing.
So all that I've understood about him, I would like just use 3 words for him. I think very humble, grounded. He holds immense positivity, because we've spoken a lot at large about. I'm also a spiritualist by heart, so is he. He's spoken about spirituality at length, and at the same time, he holds a lot of gratitude and resilience. That's what I really admire about him. Even the worst of times have not shattered him. So that is something I've also learned from him, that quality, that hold yourself together and keep going in the journey ahead. So these are the, I think, 2-3 qualities that describe him really well.
Beautiful. Yeah, I can say that he is a great person. We have seen him in interviews, in the match as well, and there are very less controversies about him. So yeah, we can say that he is a wonderful man, no doubt about that. Okay, now my favorite round, a fantastic round for you, where it will be a rapid fire round where I'll give you 2 movies and you have to choose 1 movies. Okay, it is or kind of, and you have to choose it rapidly. Okay? Are you ready for it?
Sure.
Okay, so the 2 movies are, first, Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge or Zindagi Milegi Na Dobara. Which one you'll choose?
Okay. Both are amazing. I would still go for Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge, I think, yes.
Okay. Now, DDLJ or Chennai Express?
Okay. DDLJ or Chennai? I think Chennai Express. Yeah.
Chennai Express or Jab We Met?
Okay. Chennai Express. So for me, both are at par. I've loved both equally. Chennai
choose
Express
one.
and Jab
You have
We
to choose
Met.
one.
Okay. I think Jab We Met.
Okay. Jab We Met or Love Aajkal?
Okay, I will stick to Jab We Met.
Okay. Jab We Met or Rush Hour?
Okay, Jab We Met or Rush Hour. I think Rush Hour. You can watch it time and again. Yes, Rush Hour.
Rush Hour or Lethal Weapon?
Oh God, no, not Lethal Weapon. For me, Rush Hour only. I'll stick to Rush Hour.
Rush Hour or Men in Black?
Okay, Rush Hour.
Last one, Rush Hour or Central Intelligence?
Okay, still Rush Hour.
Okay, Rush Hour won the match.
Yes,
Wonderful.
yes.
Amazing
Because-
movie, no doubt. Amazing movie.
Yeah, because I love entertainment. So anytime whenever I'm free, I like to watch something that I can relax with. I don't like any too much of noise. I'm very sensitive to too much of noise or screaming, shouting. So something that is pleasant and it's like you can laugh through it. So I think that's why that is the reason.
That is true. Rush Hour, I mean, amazing movie. And comedy movies are always a favorite.
Yeah, I
I
love
think everyone
comedies.
should watch, yeah, comedy movies.
Absolutely.
Okay. Radhika, I mean, I'm amazed. I'm really amazed by your experience, by your knowledge. And whenever I take a podcast, I always, find curiosity in the guests that how they are communicating, how they have gained the confidence. And I've learned a lot from you today. So thank you so much for giving us the valuable information.
Thank you so much, Abhishek, for having me. And I think is the same for me. I tell this to my students as well. I'm training at one of Asia's top institutes as a trainer for trainees to become trainers like me in soft skills. And I tell them the same, that even we as trainers learn so much from our students, because every day they come up with some or the other challenge, and they help us overcome those challenge and learn and grow. So likewise, I've also learned so much from you, and there's still more to learn. We all learn from, I think it's a handshake. We all learn from each other every day.
Yeah.
It's just that we forget to appreciate that about the other person.
True that, true that. Okay, so this is the wrap up. Thank you so much, Radhika, again.
Thank you so much once again for having me, Abhishek. Thank you. All the best.